तीरा अवनचारी जयो राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी जयो राधा माधव कुंजा बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय राधा वृंदावन राधा वृंदावन राधा वृंदावन राधे जय राधा वृंदावन राधा वृंदावन राधा वृंदावन राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय गौरानिताय 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृतं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते भक्ति की भगवती नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्नैष्टिकी। Thank you. Hare Krishna. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे दीनतारिणं। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। So thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about Srimad Bhagavatam. Though I don't have a qualification, I just want to say a few words based on what I know. Today we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 1, Text 30. Let's see if we can continue a few more. Dvarakshini Chakshur Abhut Patanga Paksmani Vishnor Ahani Ubhecham Tadhru Vijramapaha Parameshti Disnayam Aposya Talu Rasa Eva Jihvaham. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Want to read?
The sphere of outer space constitutes his eye pits, and the ball is the sun as the power of seeing. His eyelids are both the day and night, and in the movements of his eyebrows, Brahma and similar supreme personalities reside. His palate is the director of water, Varuna, and the juice or essence of everything is his tongue.
Thank you. Let's read Srila Prabhupada purport. I'll go Srila Prabhupada. To common sense, the description in this verse appears to be somewhat contradictory, because sometimes the sun has been described as the eyeball and sometimes as the outer space sphere. But there is no room for common sense in the injunction of Shastras. We must accept the description of the Shastras and concentrate more on the form of a Virat truth than on common sense. Common sense is always imperfect, whereas the description in the Shastra is always perfect and complete. If there is any incongruity, it is due to our imperfection, not the Shastras. That is the method of approaching Vedic invention. We read two more continuously, then we'll talk about. Let's see. Number 31. Chandamsi antasya siro grihanti Anantasya shiro grihanti damstrayaha sneha kalad vijani Haso janon madha karicha maya Duranta sargo yad apanga mokshaha. Translation.
They say that the Vedic hymns are the cerebral passage of the Lord, and his jaws of teeth are Yama, god of death, who punishes the sinners. The art of affection is his set of teeth, and the most alluring illusory material energy is his smile. This great ocean of material creation is but the casting of his glance over us.
Yeah, for Srila Prabhupada ki jai. According to Vedic assertion, this material creation is a result of the Lord's casting a glance over the material energy, which is described herein as the most alluring illusory energy. The conditioned souls who are allured by such materialism should know that the material temporary creation is simply an imitation of the reality, and that those who are captivated by such alluring glance of the Lord are put under the direction of the control of the sinners, called Yamaraj. The Lord smiles affectionately, displaying his teeth. The intelligent person who can grasp these truths about the Lord becomes a soul fully surrendered unto him. Yeah, we'll read two more, then we can talk about what we can discuss. Vidotarusto dharayeva lobha Dharmasthano dharmapatosya pastham Kastasya medham Krishnau cha mitrau Kukshi samudra jirayosti sangaha. Yeah,
modesty is the upper portion of his lips. Hankering is his chin. Religion is the breast of the Lord, and irreligion is his back. Brahmaji, who generates all living beings in the material world, is his genitals, and the Mitra Varunas are his two testicles. The ocean is his waist, and the hills and the mountains are the stacks of his bones.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Lord is not impersonal, as misconceived by less intelligent thinkers. Rather, he is a supreme person as confirmed in all authentic Vedic literatures. But his personality is different from what we can conceive. It is stated here that Brahmaji acts as his genitals and that the Mitra Varunas are two testicles. This means that as a person, he is complete with all bodily organs, but they are of different types with the different potencies. When the Lord is described as impersonal, therefore it should be understood that his personality is not exactly the type of personality found within our imperfect speculation. One can, however, worship the Lord even by seeing the hills, the mountains, or ocean and the sky as different parts and parcels of the gigantic body of the Lord, the Virat Purusha. The Virat Purusha is exhibited by Lord Krishna to Arjuna is challenging to the unbelievers. We will read a couple more fast and then we'll text 33. Nadhyosha nadhyotha thanu tuhani
Nadyosya nadyotha tanuruhani
Mahi Rupa Vishwatanor Nipendra
Mahiruha Vishwatano Nripendra
Ananta Virya Swasitam Maha Matarisva
Anantavirya Swasitam Matariswa
Gatir Vaya Karma Guna Pravaha.
Gatir Vaya Karma Guna Pravaha.
Translation, bro.
O king, the rivers are the veins of the gigantic body, the trees are the hairs of his body, and the omnipotent air is his breath. The passing ages are his movements, and his activities are the reactions of the three modes of material nature.
Thank you. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of Godhead is not dead stone, nor he is inactive, as is poorly taught by some schools. He moves with the progress of time, and therefore he knows all about the past and future, along with his present activities. There is nothing unknown to him. The conditioned souls are driven by the reactions to the modes of material nature, which are the activities of the Lord, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 7.12. The modes of nature act under his direction only, and as such, no natural function are blind or automatic. The power behind the activities is the supervision of the Lord, and thus the Lord is never inactive as is wrongly conceived. The Vedas say that the Supreme Lord has nothing to do personally, as is always the case with superiors. But everything is done by his direction, as is said, not a blade of grass moves without his sanction. In Brahma Samhita 5.48, it is said that all the universe and the heads of them, Brahmas, exist only for the duration of his breathing period. The same is confirmed here. The air on which the universe and the planets within the universes exist nothing but a bit of the breath of the unchallengeable Virat Purusha. So even by studying the rivers, trees, airs, and passing ages, one can conceive the personality of Godhead. It's very beautiful. So Krishna, Prabhupada clearly says here, the same, the one, where is that? Even by studying the rivers, the trees, air, and the passing ages, one can conceive the personality of Godhead without being misled by the formless conception of the Lord. Bhagavad Gita 12.5 it is stated that those who are much inclined to the formless conception of supreme truth are more troubled than those who can intelligently conceive the personal form. Next one is small one, we'll just complete and then we'll discuss. 34. Isasya kesan vidur Ambhuvahan
Isasya Keshan Vidarambuvahan
Vasastu Sandhyam Kuruvarya Bhumnaha
Vasa Susandhyam Kuruvarya Bhumanaha
Avyaktam Ahu Hrudayam Manascha
Avyaktamahur Hridayam Manascha
Sachandramaha Sarva Vikara Koshaha.
Sachandramaha Swasvikara Kosha.
Translation by Bashul Bhaktijaya. There is no purport here. Please.
O best amongst the Kurus, the clouds which carry water are the hairs on his head. The terminations of days and nights are his dress, and the supreme cause of material creation is his intelligence. His mind is the moon and reservoir of all changes.
Yeah. So 3 verses we're going to speak. So we read the translation purports. We got some idea. Right now we're talking about Virat Purusha. So if you take, before we do that, I just want to say, Jai Shri Ram. Let me speak for my own purification. Thank you all. Who is hearing online, Zoom, and YouTube. Thank you all very much. So one more day in the passing age, coming close to Krishna. So actually, if you read Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, it ended with one question by Parishit Maharaj. He was asking, what did he ask? Yashotvavyam ato japyam yat kattavyam nirvihi prabho spattabhyam bhajaniyam yabhuhi yadya viparyam. Please let me know. Oh, my dear spiritual master, he is referring to Shukra Goswami. Please let me know what a man should hear, chant, remember, and worship, and also what he should not do. Please explain all this to me. Few words before he asked. Before that, it's an extension of the verses. He was asking the questions. Sukadeva Maharaj said, my dear king, your question is glorious because it is very beneficial to all kinds of people. The answer to this question is the prime subject matter for hearing, and it is approved by all transcendentalists. Those persons who are materially engrossed, being blind to the knowledge of ultimate truth, have many subject matters for hearing in human society. However, O descendant of Bharata, one who desires to free from all miseries must hear about, glorify, and also remember the personality of Godhead, who is the supreme soul or super soul, the control and the savior of all miseries. In other words, there are so many people are sitting there along with him, and then headed by Parishit Maharaj is asking these questions. So the person who was empowered by the desire of the asking people, the person who is asking, and also the speaker who is empowered from within, and he is also empowered. It's a combination of the person who wants to hear and the combination of the person who wants to share. So in other words, it's Krishna's perfect plan. So in both cases, he is there in and out of everybody. So not only for that particular time, it's also for the people who come in the future. It's an amazing, for the seeker, the world is arena. And then God is within and without, and is everywhere. So the person who is about to die in 7 days, what has to do with to know about the Virat, Rupa and material energy? Why can't he directly go to 10th canto, talk about Krishna's pastimes and Leela? So even a person can go and then he cannot stay there for long. Which is why the one has to understand the greatness of the God. Unless a person understands the greatness of the God, they cannot taste the sweetness of the God, which is nothing but 10th canto, all the pastimes. Otherwise, they become a sentimental. What did Prabhupada said? Philosophy without religion is mental concoction. Religion without philosophy is sentiment. So that's the reason Srimad Bhagavatam pays perfectly from 1 canto to 10th cantos and then 11th and 12th, so that systematically seeker can understand and then apply and realize. So in
religion with only sentiment but no philosophy is corruption but speculation, and religion with only philosophy but no sentiments is fanaticism.
Fanaticism. We also said mental concoction and then sentiment, fanaticism. Yeah, but in other words, you got the point. So mental concoction or fanaticism.
So if only philosophy, that means fanaticism. The people will not say what is good, bad.
Yeah. So what is the philosophy? For example, let's talk about for a second. Philosophy is a way of life. So philosophy for the way you sit, the way we cook, we talk, the culture, everything. Philosophy, it's a direction, it's a blueprint. Like if you want to go from here, I have to go from here. The philosophy will help us guide. And that philosophy has to, Hare Krishna, that philosophy has to be coupled the religion. Religion means how do you do it? What is the religion of a sugar? What is the religion of water? To flow. What is the religion of a human being? To serve. So that religion has to be coupled with a, yes. So now if that is not balanced, both of them, it can lead to ditch. So mental concoction, or these are the English words, but if you see an exact in English, in Sanskrit it's a different meaning. Mental concoction, fanatism, hard-hearted, there's a different flavors. So the philosophy is one, very simple, like how to love God. And the mental concoction, or Jiva Goswami explained this. So we have, it's called tattva. Tattva in Sanskrit, you can name whatever you want, but tattva, what is a Guru tattva, Vishnu tattva, Jiva tattva, Shakti tattva? So that if person understand, now right now Virat Rupa, the subject matter right now. What is Virat Rupa? So Krishna showed his Virat Rupa many times to many people. So what is the purpose? What is the objective of that? So the purpose of showing his Virat Rupa to Arjuna in battlefield of Kurukshetra is different. Arjuna was bewildered, he was asking the questions, and then at one point in the middle of the Bhagavad Gita, our conversation, he said, I want to see you. You are saying so many things, I want to tell you. Krishna said, you cannot see me, but I had to give a Divyagnan. So you have to give a specific vision so that he can see. But right now I'm also seeing. In one of the in this particular description, Krishna says, Sudhama was saying that, so seeing power is also Krishna. The sight, the sense objects and sense is also Krishna. So now who am I? So I'm also Krishna's part and parcel. So now where the desire coming from is also coming from him. So now when he gave the seeing power to Arjuna, Arjuna could be able to see. Before it was there, but he cannot see it. But what he see is limited. When you go to any corporate office, and different people have a different accesses to get into the building. CEO has many different access, director has different, and the person who works in the pantry or a kitchen has a different access. But it's the same building. The same thing in this universe, what we see, some people wear glasses to see short distance, long distance. If they don't have, they cannot see it. So the bird sees different way, the dog sees different way, the animal sees different way. So now based on our karma sukriti, what we can see, but what is the purpose behind? Suppose seeing is something to understand, to identify, we can relate. So then Krishna showed this universal form to Arjuna. This was entire cosmic manifestation. This is actually said, this is a bigger version. What he showed in Sabha of Duryodhana. Smaller version he showed to some people. So past, present and future. North, south, east, west, up, down, you name it, everything, all the universes, mountains, entire cosmic manifestation. Then Arjuna, he need a 360 degrees vision. Just imagine, right now I'm seeing here, I can only see what I see here. But behind, up and down, if everything is visible at one point, people can get crazy. Like, you're down, up, fire, mountains, wind, darkness, light, demigods, you name it, everything. We cannot even conceive that. That's a Prabhupada saying. We cannot even conceive that people can go crazy with the common senses, because we are born with the 4 defects. With the common senses is imperfect. What we understand. And eventually, Arjuna started shouting. He used to be fearful. Who are you? Aham kalosmi. I come as a time in this material world. It says there's no time in spiritual world. It is there, but it doesn't manifest. But in material world, everything is manifested. But for Krishna, there is no material and spiritual. Everything is energy. But how do we see it? So this is a very, very interesting subject matter. One to understand this. So even Prabhupada says in purport, even understanding the nature, we can understand Krishna. Because Krishna is everywhere. Right now we are seeing Radha Natavad standing here. And right now I turn this way, he's still there. But if I'm not here, he's still there. When we are not here, he's still there day and night. When we all come for first few minutes, we pay our senses, we understand his presence. Then after some time, people will be chanting here, walking here and there, talking there. Sometimes we use the phones in the temple room, unfortunately. So now where is he? He's not there. Do we accept? Prabhu, you live here 24 hours. So now you live upstairs, you come and go. But he's still all the time he's here. Do you feel his presence? The first time when we walk into the temple, the way we perceive his presence, do you feel the same thing if you stay for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours? What is that? The same thing, if you take this analogy, Krishna is everywhere in his form, in the material energy. That's reason we cannot understand and conceive. It's very difficult. It needs a person has to have the vision of Arjuna, which Krishna gave, seeing God everywhere. It's very easy to say, I want to see God. Really? Ask him to sit here and watch Radha Network for 24 hours. You want to see God? Seeing God. Can you see? No, I want to chant. Okay, chant 24 hours. Can you chant? I want to serve. Can you serve 24 hours? One name of Krishna is enough to understand Krishna. We're chanting 16 rounds. How many names? So many names. So many years. Still we did not get. One name of Krishna is enough to purify. One of the purpose says Maharaj Katwang. What is that? We are doing it, but we're still missing. We're seeing, we're not seeing. Because so much of dirt centered around I, me, janasya mohoyam aham mameti, I, me, mine. Unless that is clear, we cannot conceive Krishna. We can chant, we can do all these things. We are taking the medicine, but it takes a long time. To make it so simple, I'll just go in sequence. What we discuss. So sequence, what is that? I've written it down. Like, we have 14 planetary system. Bhu, Bhuva, Swarga, Jana, Tapaloka, Maharloka, Loka, Atala, Taratal, Mahatal, Rasatal, Patala. If you understand a globe, 14 planetary system, this is the one bubble which in the Chaturmukha Brahmi, this particular universe. So his Patala is, which feet is Patal Loka. Heels and toes are Rasaloka. Ankles is Maharloka. Shanks is Taloka. Knees is Sutala. 2 thighs is Vitala. Hips is Mahiloka. In outer space is his navel. Luminary planetary system, chest. That means what we can see. Which is dark, we cannot see. Right? And then now his chest is Maharloka. Mouth is Jana. And forehead is Tapa. Satyaloka is head. He has 1,000 heads. And he is also as Mahapurusha, he lives in thousands of heads. In that, where we heard about Gopakumar saw it. Now, Indra is his arms. 10 directions is ears. His physical sound, what you're talking, is a sense of hearing. Right now I'm talking, where is this coming from? He's also Krishna. What you're hearing is also Krishna. He's also everywhere. And physical sound is sense of hearing. Ashwini Kumar is his nostrils. Material fragrance is smell. That is sense of his smell. Because when I smell, he's also smelling. But what I'm smelling, his smelling is different. Both are same. But my capacity. But after some time, when I get 40, 50, 70, sometimes they lose a sense of hearing, sense of smelling, sense of tasting. We go to doctor, we get medicine. But he's always 24 hours, he's doing it. But I can only get a sum of it. And then now, blazing fire is mouth. Outer space is eye pits. Power of seeing is eyeball. So grass and subtle. And the object of that eye is a grass. Seeing and object of seeing. All three is him. And that is given to us to use, to understand him. And then day and night, eyelids. Brahma is his eyebrows. Water, Varuna is palate. The juice of essence of everything is tongue. Vedic hymns, cerebral passages. We talk about this. Yama is a god of death. Is his teeth. If you go, the list is so huge. But I just wanted to understand, even we cannot understand even one of it. But alluring illusion, material energy, smile. The ocean is his glance. Yes, upper lip is modesty. What is modesty? He lives as if he has nothing. He knows everything is him. Everything belongs to him. He's in everything. But still he lives as if aloof. That is his modesty, upper lip, through which he smiles. And hankering his chin. Religion is breast. We just talk about religion. That is his breast. Irreligion is backside. Mitra Varuna is 2 testicles, ocean is waist, hills, mountain is bones, his veins are rivers, his hair is trees, his dress is day and night, his intelligence is material creation, what we see. He created everything, what we can see, what we don't see, that is intelligence. His dress is, as I said, day and night. Ego is Rudra. Consciousness, Mahatattva. And nostrils is a lot of elephants, like elephant, camel, mule, horse. Is his belt zone is his wild animals. His artistic stance is variety of birds. And emblem of standard intelligence is Manu. His resonance is humanity. Amazing.
This was here?
He's all, if you see, all these things is part of Virat Rupa.
Yeah, but this is not, we just didn't read this, right?
We didn't know, it is there in the purports before and after. I'm just bringing in one sense to understand, just to give a glance of it in a 360 degree. So when we talked before a little bit and now a little, so cover. And then now Vidyadharas is celestial beings, they're all is musical rhythm. His prowess is demonic soldiers. His face is Brahmins, arms Kshatriyas, thighs Vaishyas, feet Shudras. Now do we understand everything, whatever we could see is all covered, past, present and future. Even in Bhagavatam, few verses before, current verse and the future verses. Now for understanding purpose, and Krishna is 2-armed form, standing there. He is also 4-armed form. He is also Purusha Avataras. He is also holy name. And he is also his impersonal form. He is also Virat Rupa. Virat Rupa is said is imaginary form. Where is imaginary form come from? Where is imagination come from? Intelligence, mind. And that is also him. So who are we? We are also come from him. So somebody can understand this? Our understanding should be, I cannot understand. That is the conclusion of Arjuna. If somebody has given this vision, they go crazy. They'll become mad. Just to give a little glimpse of his greatness. Unless we understand his greatness, we cannot really understand. Then we can, oh my God, Krishna, you're so great. You're standing there and waiting for me 24 hours here. And you're waiting for me to dress you and feed you and then sing for you, do dresses for you. You everything, but you're standing there. So that's where the sweetness comes. You're so great. All I can be grateful to you, and I can do something, and you will still accept. When the thought comes, that's where the devotion service starts. I want to do something for you. He says, you want to cook for me? Okay, I'll eat. I'm waiting for you. You want to sing for me? The great Vidyadharas, Charanas, they're all his musical instrument. We don't need for him. There are so many goddess of fortune standing in the line to serve him. Who am I to make rice dal sabji for him? But he's still waiting there and want that from me. So the purpose of this understanding entire Vedic, this cosmic manifestation as his Virat Rupa, to understand his greatness. What is the purpose? I said purpose. And then now, if we have that vision, when we go out for walk japa, when you go here and there, Krishna is so easy and he is so accessible. He is everywhere. He is also in the deity form. He is also deity. He is also within me as a super soul. Then he's also, when I see you Prabhu, then I also can see there's a super soul within you, there's a soul within you. And then look around. It is very easy to become Krishna consciousness. 24/7. But we are so conditioned. What is in it for me? Everything we do, what is in it for me? We're so jada, it's so inert. The self-centered, self-motivated. Anything we do, we look for selfishness, self-motivated. Even devotion service. Name, fame, power, influence, prestige. But Krishna says, no, you in material world, you are an orphan. I'm also with you. Please look at me. Come back to your eternal space, where I come from. No, adamant. I don't want. I want to be the king. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to go there. I want to do in my own way. When I want, how I want. Krishna says, okay, wait. When I chant, I see, I'm with Krishna, I'm chanting. So before I'm not chanting, he's not with me. He's within me, he's outside, everywhere. When I come to temple, 2 hours, I see Radha at the best of the behavior. When I go out, is he not there? Best is Bhakti Yoga, highest, that's true. But that has includes your Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Hatha Yoga. Material energy, we call, but from Krishna's perspective, there is no matter. Everything is spiritual. The way we see. Jnana Chakshusha and Prema Chakshusha. With knowledge of what mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, if we see, the vision changes. When vision changes, when we're grateful, that brings a mood, it's called prema, or affection. Oh, my Lord is so great, so powerful. He's everywhere. He is making me accessible to Him 24/7. What can I do? I've taken enough. Is something I can do without expecting anything from you? That's where see the reciprocation from Krishna right away. Wherever you are, wherever I am, whatever I do, you can feel His presence. Krishna is watching. Thank you, Krishna, I'm doing for you. I'm not alone. I can never be alone. I don't want to be alone. When you're cooking, even in sleeping, when you're reading, when you're hearing, when you're working, whatever we do, wherever we are, we can feel His presence. The purpose of Srimad Bhagavatam is explained why. What he said, few verses before, what is the duty of a dying person? That's how it started. First canto, last question. Last chapter, first canto, last question. That's how series of questions start. I'm dying every second. What is the duty? Always remembering Krishna. The best way to remember Krishna is to chant His glories, holy name. We'll talk about that on Sunday feast tomorrow. Holy name, a true friend. A true friend, Mitra, Sneha, is a holy name. I cannot come to temple 24/7. When Krishna sleeps, then I have to go. But the holy name is with me. I cannot even perceive super soul within my heart. But chant Hare Krishna, I can do all the time. If I do that paradigm, in that realm, the dimension, the Krishna reveals that. Srimad Bhagavatam is there in the form of a book, but there is Srimad Bhagavatam within me. It reveals. If that knowledge, when it reveals, when you see tree, with that knowledge, it comes exactly the same sloka I've read it. Okay, I can connect Krishna. If I can see snow, if I see water, if I see the bird, if I see earth, if I see the stars. So the Jnana Chakshusha, it opens up the vision, the Virat vision. What Arjuna has it, I have the same vision is given to me. I can also see Krishna everywhere. The purpose of doing all that service we do, whatever the things, reading, what we do to develop that vision. So that I can also see Him in the deity one day. I can also, but Krishna says, Nam Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarvasakta. I put all my energies in the holy name. We discussed in the past. When I say Krishna is complete, Purnam, everything, all His energies, fullest potent. So when I can ask Krishna, He is in my tongue also. The sound is in Him. Hearing is also Him. My experience also Him. That's reason Rupa Goswami says, he understood this. That's what he's saying, Acharya. I need millions of tongues to chant Krishna's name. I don't know what sweetness is this. I need millions of ears to hear His name. Why is that we cannot experience? We are all chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. But why? What is that He's experiencing? What is that we cannot? Because why? Janasa moho ayam aham mameti. I, me, mine. What can I get? Peace, tranquility, free of karma, facilities, name, fame, power. Krishna says, okay, you get my energies, you get my opulences, not me. Time and immemorial. Bahunam janmanamante gnanamam rapradante vasudesam. We are going up and down in 14 planetary system. Bhuloka, Swargaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Mahaloka, Siddhaloka, Brahmaloka, and then Atala, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatala, Patal, and this universe. Sometimes Kaliga, sometimes Dwapaka, sometimes Tretaga, sometimes Brahmaloka. Sometimes different planet systems. Sometimes as Indra, sometimes Varuna, sometimes even Brahma. What did he learn? Up and down. Many life and Krishna patiently is waiting. That's why we never wanted Krishna. We wanted his opulence. We want Sita, we never wanted Ram. We want Lakshmi, we never wanted Vishnu. First time put the stick on the ground, Krishna. Thank you very much. Done is done. I want you. I don't want anything else. That's called Anyabhilashta Shunyam Gunana Karma Anavrutam Anukulyani Krishna Anusilanam Bhaktirutam. Start devotion life. We are also doing so-called devotion service, which has some benefits, some sukruti, some good. We can feel something. We can come to temple. We can feel happy. Association, we socialize. But is a change in the heart? Is it developing in it one more step close to Krishna? Are we willing to jump and do without expecting anything, even if it's painful? That person alone will get Krishna one day. When we get Krishna, all other opulence automatically follows. When you get Ram, Sita follows. When you get Vishnu, Lakshmi follows. When you get Krishna, Radharani follows. Shakti Tattva. All Shakti coming from two things. One is Krishna, left side is and right wing. What is left wing? Who is there on left side, Krishna? Shakti Tattva, Radharani. Aladini Shakti. Who is right side to Krishna? Balaram. This is Samvidh and Sandhini. Entire cosmic manifestation is Guru Tattva. What is the Tattva of Guru? Guru is one. He has a heavy message. How to serve Krishna. He exhibit all Mahatattva, all Purushas, all incarnations is all nothing but expansions of Krishna is Balaram. Balaram expands all of them. Water, dal, tree, buildings, motions, everything, whatever is it, when it's Krishna I am, what is he? That is him. All of them is to serve Krishna. We are also part and parcel of Balaram. Krishna has nothing to do with this. Tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartam avyayam. He is enjoyer. He is a master god as Balaram is servant god. He's God, master god, servant god. To show how to serve him, he become Balaram. All what we discuss, Virat Rupa, 4-on form, everything you see, what we don't see, everything is a Balaram expansion. To show us, to connect us back to Krishna. When we connect, the experience we connect through Balaram to Krishna is Haladini Shakti, which is Radharani. Like, we have fire, which is Krishna. We have a stove, which is Krishna. We have a pot, which is Krishna, and Balaram. We have a dal, that's Balaram. We are human beings, which is also Balaram expansion, and we are making the preparation. Then we are Krishna. So now, what did Krishna enjoys? That Haladini Shakti, which is the Rasa Tattva, which is Radharani. So now when we chant Hare Krishna, the sound vibration is Krishna, but the experience of that is Radharani, Haladini Shakti, the pleasure potency. The combination of this Shakti Tattva and Guru Tattva, Balaram, so we, as inferior energy, Prakriti, which is so we as a superior energy, Prakriti is inferior energy. Combination of all these things. Combination, you all with me? Inferior energy is Prakriti, which is Jada, which is Mahatattva, which comes from Pradhana. And then superior energy, which is Jiva, which is also comes from Balaram. And then experiencing Haladini Shakti, which is Rasa Tattva, by engaging in service of Guru from Balaram. So then we understand that the paradigm, then we can see Krishna everywhere. We can experience Krishna everywhere. Whatever we do, that is the purpose. When we develop that, that's what we come to a situation where what Rupa Goswami is talking about. I see you nothing but anywhere. And when I see you, when I chant your name, I need millions of tongues. When I chant your glories, I need millions of ears. Everybody can compassion. Prabhupada said you can chant Hare Krishna for millions of lifetimes, you can be where you are. If you don't understand why are you chanting, what is the objective of chanting, if you don't understand what is the purpose of devotion life, if you understand that, that's it. It doesn't matter wherever you are, you can connect to Krishna. You can come to temple, you can connect Krishna, you can connect to deity, wherever you are, you can connect to Krishna. Through nature also you connect to Krishna. He is so accessible, 24/7. If that is that, if you strike that balance, that's it, end of the story. There's nothing in the world will hold you anymore. Wherever you are, the spiritual world. Matter cease to exist. The time will cease to exist. That is the key. Yeah, that's what when he showed this Vishwarupa's mother, when he heard the dirt, the purpose is different. He's trying to show his greatness to Yashoda. He says, no, is it a magic? And then Krishna backed out. It didn't work. But he showed it to Arjuna. But he showed it to Duryodhana. He said it's a magic. He also showed in a different form, in a different way, to Markandeya Rishi in 11th or 12th canto. Markandeya Rishi want to understand the illusory energy. Some other time we can discuss. He showed Krishna's cosmic manifestation during the day of Brahma, during night of Brahma. Creation and destruction. In a fraction of a second. Which is trillions of years, billions of years, in a fraction of a second. To Markandeya Rishi. He gone mad. He was sitting there, in between, all of a sudden, entire cosmic manifestation. He was part of it, he's seen it. Millions of years passed. Billions of years passed. And then eventually he also saw entire creation. Follows of Brahma. When he opened it, then he's sitting there, right there. Billions of years passed in a fraction of a second, in a blink of an eye. What is his greatness, Krishna? Chaitanya Charan Prabhu always says, don't tell Krishna how big is your problem. Tell problem how big is your Krishna. That's where the faith. Prabhupada says, if we have a faith, we can take over the world in 7 days. That Krishna is God. Do you have that faith? I don't, but I want to. We all want to. We were very comfort zone, we do devotion service. Very, very comfortably, comfort zone, what I can do. Not in little inch, no, it's not my cup of tea. This I can't do, that I can't do. If I'm with 10 people, I cannot chant. I can only chant this way, I can chant that way. This is my comfort. I can do this service, I cannot do this service. Krishna is patiently waiting. Is it so? Even that what you do is also his mercy. When you come to I am nothing, he does. Beats is him, he is the one chanting. He is doing everything, all I am is only desire. So we take credit. But anyway, so how are you doing at the time? Okay, so now I'll just conclude. We read, very surprisingly, the chapter name is First Step in God's Realization, and then eventual description of Virat Rupa. So understand the greatness of God, then eventually come to the sweetness of Lord all automatically. So to understand God, everything belongs to God, and we also belongs to God. He is everywhere, everything is in him. He is also a two-armed form, he is also a four-armed form, he is also his holy name. He showed his Virat Rupa many times. Purpose of that is to attract us, to show us his greatness. The ones who understand, then understand the greatness, and then we'll be grateful. When we're grateful, then with the integrity, we want to do something for him. And when we do something, without expecting any return. And that's where we can start advancing. More we expect, the more we go following. So that means more we expect, the more we are hankering for his energies, for his opulences. But we will not get Krishna. If you want Krishna, we have to let go. I don't want anything, I just want you. What is that I want you means? I want to follow your instructions. And how do I do that? To do something tangibly, physically. So that's called devotion service. It's not I sit here and meditate, So the purpose of bhakti means devotion service. So I want to do something to please him, but without expecting anything in return. And that's where we can connect Krishna everywhere, wherever we are. And his holy name is also deep, is also outside, anywhere. Everything belongs to him. So when you have that vision, then the 360 degrees vision, what the devotee has, Rupa Goswami has it, we also have the same access. But the first step is ours. Krishna take 100 steps. That's the reason. Always remember Krishna. Never forget Krishna. Entire the Vedic literature, if you put in a bucket, if you take one thing out, it's only one, has two sides. Do's and don'ts. Niyama, agraha. Always remember Krishna is the do and never forget Krishna is the don't. Niyama and agraha. And how do you remember? First is associate the devotees. Reading about him, chanting about him, and serving. And then don't be a guest to Krishna. We always have a host mentality. I want to do for my God, my Lord, my Father, my Mother. Everybody is his guest. Come out of comfort zone. You do something which you like, that's okay. Do something even we don't like it, even austerity. For example, this morning I'm grateful for Alankar Prabhu. Every Saturday, he's doing consistently. And then some devotees are here. Roshan Prabhu is friends, and of course temple devotees are here. Things will go. When we're not here, deities are here. When we are here, deities are here. When we are gone, he is there. Somebody else will come. So an opportunity for me and you. Gratefully. So whatever we do, without expecting anything in return, let's do sincerely, seriously, without ulterior motives. And that time is a devotion service, glorious, amazing, wonderful, and so happy. Susukum kattum avyayam. That's all we are looking for. We want to be happy. The happiness we are holding or looking somewhere else, something else. Everything, when you're cooking, when you're talking, when you're chanting, whatever you do, you'll be so happy. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. I don't deserve it. And you will never look back. Every day, every moment is amazing Krishna consciousness. Thank you all. I'll stop here for any comments, questions. Any questions from online?
Yeah, one comment is there from the World of Radha Krishna channel. Hare Krishna, Naveen Krishna, Prabhuji, you are very inspiring and can really feel your strong spiritual energy in your words. Bhakti can really transform lives and make us happy forever through serving. So that's a comment. I also really, was very inspired by the talk that you gave. And one point that I really liked was that why we don't have that taste, why we don't get serious, and that is because so much of dirt and I, me, and my mentality. So then I was thinking that why is it that it's not going? The two things that come to mind that I've heard, from many devotees. I can think of Prem Sindhu Prabhu mentioning that the dirt is so much, and then we are not scrubbing it hard enough. And then you also covered that because we are comfortable, very happy with where we are. There is no desire to advance. That okay, if I want to advance, then okay, 24 hours are not enough, right? Then how can I make worth of every time I come to the temple, or not even in the temple, anywhere you are, wherever you are, how can I make myself, out of, that's what happens in the gym also, right? You cannot be comfortable and keep going to the gym and expect the result. You have to go out of your comfort zone, and that's when you get some pain in the beginning, and then you see the results that, oh yeah, something is changing. So the spiritual advancement is like that. So when there is so much of dirt, first we have to accept it, and then we have to work on it by even going harder and stronger, and there's no stoppage. That okay, who can stop me when I'm coming to the temple and serving? Who can stop me if I want to go out and preach?
Exactly.
Who can stop me if I want to do kirtan? Nobody can stop me. So that's one thing. And then another thing I was thinking of, that if I want to really get to that stage of um, removing the dirt and seeing Krishna everywhere, I have to associate with those who are seeing Krishna everywhere. And the problem is that we don't associate with them so much. We expect whenever like such exalted devotees. I mean, we have in our community also who see Krishna everywhere and who are so advanced, but we take them very insignificantly. "Arey, what is there? It's no, this is wrong, Prabhu. The devotee is so advanced, so humble, but Prabhu, you don't know this. Let me show you how to do it." So, and of course, the most, the person that I see is as Prabhupada, associating with Prabhupada. So, how much do we hear him? How much do we read that he has written? So many lectures, so many room conversations, so many morning walks, so many, news reporters, and so many articles are there like that. So, one lifetime is not enough. If we just focus on Srila Prabhupada's messages, one lifetime is not enough. But because we like to hear, okay, let's add some comedy, let's add some flavor. Prabhupada talks the same thing in every class.
Yeah.
So it becomes boring. So let me reach out. So then what happens that, spectrum, if you associate with those who are at 5, then you are from 0 to 5 between that. And then you go even lower and then lower. So there is no, you're not expanding your scope,
Correct.
So it's like, okay, no, doesn't matter, who, and there is so much of like restriction that I don't like this, I don't like that person, that devotee. That devotee is exalted devotee, but no, I don't like it because it's not matching. Even if you don't like it, still, because we were discussing right last week also that if someone is talking about your son, doesn't matter if they are talking in Chinese or Japanese or Korean or Russian, you want to say please say more, please say more. Doesn't matter, the speaker is not important, it's the content
Exactly.
about the person. So if somebody is talking about Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, doesn't matter who the person is,
Exactly.
right? So sometimes that's why that selectiveness also is a very big limitation in spiritual advancement.
So then, when we are select, Krishna is also select.
Correct.
And giving.
Huh.
Because we are not ready. He's willing to give, but when he becomes selective, then who's a loser?
Right. And when the movement is growing like at this rate, it's rapid fire. Devotees are coming in left and right because this is a very potent movement and message that Srila Prabhupada is giving. So it is very, very important that we ourselves first go to the next level and then also inspire others in a very humble way, in an inspiring way to take them forward.
So the mountain is, when they go for the trekking, like Himalayas, when they go, they follow one rule. They have the ladder and the step. They take a step at a time. They will not look a step before, or they will not look back. They only look the step they put in the foot. In devotion service also, it take a day at a time. Today, Gatam Gata, yesterday is done, there's nothing I can do. Today, this is what I would like to do, these are the things I have an opportunities and do. Don't worry about tomorrow. So when you do that, your advance will be rapid. So every day you're ready for tomorrow. As Alankar Prabhu said, why we are not doing that? Because we have already gone, we have already made the plans. You know how to make Krishna smile? Stand in front of him, tell your plans. Right? I want to do that. So now, that is the mentality we have. So now we are also telling ourselves, then otherwise forget it tomorrow. I don't know, I'll be living here tomorrow. Done. So right now I have today. What I can do. When you get up, is the day I have, these are the things I need to do. What is the best I could do? Forget about tomorrow. When the tomorrow comes, next day, do the same thing. Days pass by, weeks pass by, months will pass by, years pass by, and you will be the same consciousness. And you never look back what you do what you did in the past. That's the best tool mountaineers uses, and then they reach top. So now our goal is Golok Vrindavan, Krishna Prema, Prema Tapu Mahan. Yes, very nice observation, Alankar Prabhu. So the less expectation we have, the more advanced we can become, and then it will be easy.
Charota has a very good question.
Yeah.
So she's asking, personal form or deity sometimes feels like a beginner's level worship to be done until we develop the consciousness. Consciousness of seeing Krishna everywhere and in everything, kinda like child's play. To develop that vision to see Krishna anywhere and everywhere sounds like the goal. And this goal sounds same as impersonal worship. But this seems like a wrong thought. Please clarify.
So there is a very thin line between impersonalism and personalism, because it depends on the purity. Very simple. So advanced stage, they see Krishna everywhere, and the Krishna is both person and impersonal. The impersonal, they only accept impersonal form. The devotees, they accept both. So when we start as a sadhaka initially, depends on where we are, either coming from the previous life or you're starting the same life for first time devotional service. So there's so much of data out there, we don't have to be confused. So there are very technical descriptions, but what we can do is if we keep doing, the path is perfect, process is perfect, and the person who practices, follow the process, perfect path, they will become perfect one day. It may not happen initially to seeing Krishna everywhere, but artificially also we cannot be on the platform for a long time, thinking, yeah, I'm seeing water Krishna, I'm seeing tree Krishna, I'm seeing cloud Krishna, I'm seeing the stars. But what they're trying to explain here, they're giving a data, they're giving an avenue, they're giving the tools so that we can connect the dots and one day we develop. So when we develop that vision, we will also have that understanding Krishna seeing everywhere. But yeah, so there is a very thin line between impersonalism and personalism, very thin line. Very thin line. Otherwise, we're not against impersonalism. Impersonalism is also Krishna's one aspect. But it's only that, then we don't accept that.
Yeah, and like seeing Krishna everywhere also means that you see Krishna, but at the same time you see the living entity also.
Living entity is also part of him.
Right, but there is individuality there. That okay, there is Naveen Krishna Prabhu, but also there is Super Soul Krishna's. But there are two separate entities. But no, he is part and parcel is what my consciousness is.
Yeah.
And yeah. So anyway, there is one more interesting question. Juhi Mataji's very good question. That. So how can we overcome the struggles in devotional life? For example, one has strong desire to serve, but has shortcomings due to weakness of mind and health. In that case, how can one pray?
Wonderful question. It's called voluntarily accepting responsibility. If you're a child, do you think, oh, it's a daytime, I should not. If it's a night time, the sickly child, and I cannot get up, I'll give tomorrow. It doesn't matter. Because why? We accept a child as a responsibility. So if you accept Krishna as a responsibility, doing some devotion service as a responsibility, take up, that's called initiation. What is that? They become taking Guru, taking the voluntarily, chanting 16. Otherwise, now I chant, I don't chant, that's okay. But if I take an initiation, it doesn't matter. They don't ifs and buts. Every Sunday I want to come and serve. Every Saturday I want to do this. Or whatever, at home I have the deity, I want to do this. If we take voluntary responsibility and do it, like a Nike, like just do it. Rupa Goswami explained, we start devotion service as a duty. The duty will become preeti one day. I don't have that love, but doing it slowly, it become your second nature. You don't have to worry. So the advancement in spiritual path associated those people who has that strong will to serve. First thing. Second thing is that voluntarily taking responsibility. and doing it, rain or shine, comfort or discomfort, pain or pleasure, name or somebody chastises, it doesn't matter. You hold on to it, just do it for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. Then eventually it will become so natural, spontaneous. Then Krishna reciprocates. He's a Rasaraj. He's a God, he knows. Then he also reciprocates. Then we can experience his rasa also. Then you say, hey, Krishna. If nobody is watching, just take for example, I'll just talk about Alankar Prabhu. I did that for many years. Monday comes. Sometimes snow, sometimes sun, sometimes this, somebody 1 people, sometimes 10 people. No matter what, always doing cooking classes. Going there, setting up, cleaning, transportation. Why? Did you do that before 10 years? Now you took the responsibility. Can we live without that? You've taken it, that's it, we will do, no matter what. My spiritual master Radhana Sumara said, your advancement in spiritual path is in a hand. That's voluntarily as accepting as service. Whether you like it or don't like it, just keep doing it. And you'll get to the point, it'll become your second nature. You don't have to think. Right now I'm not breathing. It's my second nature. It's naturally things happen. So devotion service is a part and parcel of you. Just imagine entire life what you do is your responsibility of serving Krishna and Guru. So just imagine. There's nothing in this world will hold you. That's what happened in spiritual world, 24/7 you're serving. So if that's our vision, we have to start somewhere. There is a Chinese proverb, it says that longest journey starts at the first step. Just do it. Just do it.
But she's saying that there is also heartbroken because of weak mind and health issues.
Yeah, the weak mind, and then peer pressure, relationship with the peer devotee sometimes gets sore. I don't want to see her. I don't want to see. They're all the symptoms of our own weakness. It's called willpower. We'll talk about that one day. Willpower. The willpower, willing to do, comes from conviction. The conviction comes from reading scriptures. The conviction, so strong mentality, comes from strong intellect, which is intelligence. So the intelligence application, when we apply, that's where the realization comes. So we have two things: conviction coming from scriptures, applying that with the realization. These two is a saving grace to do anything. I am weak because I don't have power. Right now I cannot go out because of the cold. If I go out cold, I get sick. But if I do workout, eat healthy, nothing will touch me. And also, I experienced that in the past. Nobody was to tell me. If I eat well, if I do exercises, if I do well, if I wear normal clothes, outside I can do anything, whatever I can do it. That realization experience is also there. Because since I don't have that realization, we doubt. What if that happens? What if this happens? Yeah, this will happen because I'm not as strong. Because I'm not as strong because I don't have a strong willpower, which is the reason coming from scriptures. How many hours we're reading? When we read with a gratitude of sharing with others. Not to get the knowledge to show off, to give the better lecture. Reading has an objective. To get the knowledge, you will get it. But the reading is only objective should be, I want to read and apply, I want to share with others. Then your conviction is become so strong. And then once your conviction is so strong, you will act on it. When you act on it, reciprocation, which is the mercy of Krishna and Radharani, then you can experience. When you experience, you want to read more. When you read more, you want to apply more. When you apply more, realization becomes strong. When you realize more, you want to share with others. They all go by hand to hand. Reason we are weak, because we don't have strong will coming from reading scriptures. How many times we read Bhagavatam? Not even one. I was speaking to a few initiate devotees. How many times you read? 10 years, first canto, second canto. What is this? When you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, when you read Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Mangal, Tattva Sandarbhas, Krishna Stava, like Lagu Bhagavatamrita, all why they are written. How to understand the heart of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Prabhupada. Because where is the strength?
Even to know them, this person.
Yeah, people listen to the names. Hours and hours and hours reading Prabhu. That is where the conviction, that's the reason I said last 2 Sundays back. Without absorption, conviction cannot come. Without conviction, we cannot surrender. Without surrender, we cannot experience. That's a love feast, feasting the love of God. You want feast, but I don't want to feast. What's going to happen? I want to feast directly. There is no conviction. There is no absorption. There is no surrender. How long we can survive? Same chanting Hare Krishna, same Sunday feast. I cannot. That service is better. She's doing better. He said all these things. Because why? The reason we started spiritual life, what is the purpose we lost? We should never ever forget the purpose of spiritual life. Aham Brahmasmi. I want here to serve. I've been serving myself for time and immemorial. I'm miserable. Now I want to serve a master. Even though I'm miserable, doesn't matter. But my master is so beautiful, powerful. Do you think he wants me to be miserable? He wants me to be happy. Then he master take service from miserable person? He's a person. He wants us to be happy too. That's the reason devotion service, susukam kartum avyam. When I'm cutting the vegetables, when I'm cooking, Krishna is so happy. Krishna said, I am very happy. Krishna, thank you very much. I want to do more. Please help me. I wish I could have done more. See, you become so strong, you're feeding all little pores of your body, filled with conviction. It works. Bhakti works. Anywhere, anyhow, anybody can do this devotion service. Why not me? Even I want to do it. When I have that, the conviction is so strong, if somebody watch, somebody gives me glorification, this doesn't matter. My master is watching me. I'm doing this for him. Let's do together. If no one comes, I'm doing it. I will do it. Even if I not get up, in my mind I can do. One day we all become invalid. That even I can do in Manas Seva. Krishna accepts that. That is the conviction we have to do. That comes from reading Prabhu. Reading is very, very, very important. When we read, it should not be passive. It should be active. That means we act on it. When we act on relation, combination of these two, Krishna consciousness flows. Every day you're waiting for next day, tomorrow. Next.
Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for joining. Almost 10 plus people are watching live. So, devotees, please come to the temple. We all miss you here.
Enthusiasm in the word, enthusiasm.
Radha Vrindavan Nadvar, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, Gaur Nitai, Srila Prabhupada, Roshan, Shivam, we all are missing you all. So, please come to the temple. Hare Krishna.